Hello, everyone. David Oliva again for the last time this semester. Um, and today we're going to go over the documentary reflection page. So, the first question that comes up here is, what has been your overall impression of the documentary form? So, growing up, I wasn't really a documentary kid. I don't know if a lot of people were. I'm sure there's people out there, but I was more into action and comedy and all that stuff. I mean, I heavily am still today, but now I'm starting to dip my toe into documentary type films. And throughout the ones that we've viewed from this class, I've enjoyed them. You know, uh, really talking about the world around us today and what's going on and what we're probably going to need to do. But it's pretty interesting. I liked it overall. Next is, which film spoke to you the most? So if I would have to choose one that spoke to me the most out of the documentary, uh, it would probably be Food Chains. Food Chains really showed that peek behind the curtain of what the families are facing that are in the agricultural industry, which they're pickers in the fields. Uh, Personally, my grandma was a picker when she was younger, and she described it as something like it was the worst job, worst anything she's ever did. And just to see that peek again behind the curtain with those people that are currently going through it in today's day, um, that one it really just showed me like that it's still happening and people are still living in these bad conditions in the United States. So yeah. Next is, do you think that this genre provides sufficient motivation for change? Because of all the documentaries that are out there, I do believe there is some form of change that should happen because of these, and I do believe it has the power for it. Media, social media is the biggest power basically today of people spreading the word and such like that. And for people to have documentaries such as the ones that we viewed in this class in the social media era, I believe there should be significant change that could come from these. It takes people to move and act on this, but the material that has been given through these documentaries is definitely enough for this motivation. Next is, can you think of a food documentary or TV program that promotes environmental change on a significant level? So, I don't really, again, I do watch documentaries sometimes here and there, but the only thing I could think of, it's not really environmental, but it kind of does deal with that aspect, is the Blue Planet type of documentaries, the where they're talking about the wildlife and the things in the ocean. Uh, they're all being affected by the environment that we're making from our choices. Uh, all the carbon emissions that we put into the world, everything that we don't really think of, we're hurting our planet, and our planet is inhabited by more than just us. Uh, we're treating it to where it's kind of being put to what our needs are and not what the planet's needs are and what the other uh, ecosystem of this planet is dealing with. And lastly, what is a food subject that you would like to see discussed in a documentary form? So, when it comes to food, I feel like a lot is being discussed. There's a lot out there saying, like, oh, how there's so much waste and how many people are picking this food, as I've previously discussed. But I do want to see a more in depth of the food waste. It's shown through little snippets of those food documentaries. And although they do go over it, I think we need a more in depth version of it. Again, I'm saying this, there probably might be one out there, but in my opinion, I have not really seen one where it really goes deep into that aspect uh, of a documentary with that food subject. Food's being wasted incredibly, and the food that we waste could literally be food for someone else. We're not saying that we're going to be giving our leftovers to someone, but instead of cooking 3 meals that'll last a little bit and you won't finish it, cook the meal that you need for then. Um, Again, it's been discussed in other documentaries, but it's not really taken its full form with its own documentary. So that's how I feel about that. And I just like to thank everyone for this semester. It's been a great semester. And hopefully see everybody sometime in the future. Thank you.